The Dispatch devs were pretty direct about how they feel about AI, and honestly, it came off like they're tired of hearing people hype it up. Nick Herman didn't try to sugarcoat anything when he said AI is only creative solution if you don't have creativity. That line hit because it doesn't sound like corporate talk, it sounds like someone who actually makes games and sees the problems firsthand. You can tell he meant every word. He explained that AI is fine for boring tasks, but it doesn't bring anything meaningful to the actual ideas in a game. Creativity needs someone who understands why a moment matters, not a model putting random patterns together. A lot of studios pretend AI can be some genius tool, but he clearly doesn't believe that. And honestly, I get it because most AI writing or design we see looks the same. Nothing feels unique about it. Michael Chow backed him up and said the real problem is everyone settling for good enough content when AI is involved. He pointed out that studios chase quick results instead of better results. When he said they don't wake up trying to cut people from the team, you can tell he actually trying to keep actual people inside there. Not every studio can say that with a straight face. They're trying to take the long route instead of the cheap one. They also said AI can't hit the same level as real voice actors, which is obvious if you ever compare them. Machines can copy a tone, but they can't give a moment some weight. You can hear when a line doesn't land right because it has no real feeling behind it. Story-driven games need that human touch or they'll fall apart fast. Players notice it quicker than studios think. Another reason is money. Since studios keep trying to lower costs no matter how it affects the final product, AI becomes the go-to option for cutting corners. But when you start replacing creative roles, the quality drops instantly. The Dispatch team clearly sees that risk. Some studios ignore it. And as a player, it's refreshing hearing devs actually stick to what makes games special. People are tired of generic games with copy-paste writing or weird awkward scenes that usually come from shortcuts. When devs push against that mindset gives players hope. You want teams that still care. The article also brought up concerns about AI replacing voice actors in QA teams. Some companies act like it's no big deal, but players can feel those changes. The personality disappears from games, and the overall vibe gets weird. It pushes people away instead of pulling them in. That comment about AI only being creative for people who aren't actually creative was basically calling out lazy approach. Some studios use AI because it's fast, not because it produces anything memorable. When you chase convenience, the final product ends up bland. You can see it in a lot of low effort games. It's a real issue. The bigger problem is studios dropping creativity the moment budgets tighten up. Creative teams are always the first to get cut. The games start playing it safe and looking the same. No risk, no identity. A fix for that is what Dispatch is already doing, which is keeping AI away from the core creative parts. Let it handle the tasks nobody enjoys, but keep people in charge of the actual vision. That keeps the spark alive. It also prevents games from turning into lifeless projects. You can't automate passion. The industry probably needs some rules for AI at some point because right now it's a free-for-all. Every studio experiment with no structure. That's how Backlash start. Players already watch this stuff closely. Standards would keep the studios from going too far. This entire topic shapes the future more than people think. If studios fully commit to AI heavy development, games will start to lose that human touch. Moments will feel empty and predictable. That's not why people play games. Personality matters. Right now the industry is trying to decide if AI is truly a tool or a shortcut. Some devs want balance and some want automation. The next few years will show who made the right call. Players will decide their attention. Quality always wins long term. If Dispatch sticks to this method and the game does well, it could push other studios to rethink their approach. It will prove that you don't need to replace people to stay modern. You can still evolve without losing identity. Other devs will watch closely. It could shift things. But let me know what you guys think about this, man. Like I said, personally tired of AI and this AI talk. I don't mind it personally as long as the games are good and not the same and you can notice it's AI. Some games I play, I can really notice little scripts here and there from AI and I'm like, come on bro, it's clearly AI. It sounds terrible, it sounds robotic-y, but let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Memories. Catch you boys next time. Peace.